One follow-up. We do know, I guess, on a brighter, hopefully more optimistic note, that the number of international parental child abductions has declined over the last decade. I just want to ask you about the Children's Passport Issuance Alert Program, and whether that has been something that has markedly contributed to the prevention of abductions.
We certainly like to think it has. We believe it has. The Children's Passport Issuance Alert Program is one way that a parent can flag their child's name in our system, so that if anyone, the other parent or somebody else, applies for a passport, it puts a hold on that processing, that application, so that we can look at who has legitimate rights to apply for that child's passport. It doesn't necessarily prevent the issuance of a passport, but it puts a hold on it so we can examine the custody orders, who has the legitimate permission to apply for that child's passport. And if the applying passport doesn't have it, then obviously the passport, because of our two-parent signature requirement, it plays into that. That if one parent has not given their consent and doesn't plan to, then that passport will not be issued.
Assuming the child has a passport, will that flag that a parent might put on to the system be in operation when the other parent tries to remove the child from the country?
No, because once if the passport has already been issued, it will not stop the child from departing, which is why we very much appreciate the Goldman Act's creation of the Prevent Abduction program. This is where we can stop abductions from happening. A parent can enter their custody order with us. We share that with Customs and Border Protection. The child's information goes into the database, and they can then be stopped at the airport if they're trying to leave through an airport port of entry. This makes a difference. In any given year, we enter about 200 plus children's names into that program, and that does make a difference. I read every day, every morning, we get the overnight duty report, and part of that is the report from our prevention officers as to the number of phone calls they fielded from parents, but also calls from local law enforcement wanting to know whether a child can leave or if there's something going on, as well as from the ports of entry. We have two officers who sit out at the National Targeting Center and work side by side with Customs and Border Protection to try to make those, to stop those abductions from happening in the first place.
Are there behaviors that the officers are taught to look for in case there isn't a custody order that's been put on file? Are there behaviors that they are taught to look for?
I would defer to my colleagues in Homeland Security on that.
Thank you. I had a feeling I was a little far with that. Thank you.